muted. If you would like to speak, I would really love to hear your questions at the end. But if you would like to speak, please just unmute yourself and ask the questions. In general, this is kind of the small presentation that I prepared. This is the agenda for the call. I was planning kind of doing a quick introduction, which is this PowerPoint that you will see. It's 3 slides. Then a small feature demo, which will show you this key capability, and then questions and answers if you have about this feature, and also feedbacks, because this is the first version of this product. We are really keen to understand from customers how do they use it, what would they like to see, and also we already have a kind of a list of things that we are planning to develop down the road. So the first slide is kind of explaining the issue or the problem behind the scenes. New Relic, I think this is a no-brainer. New Relic is your application performance monitoring system, while NuVim is dealing with the other side, other part of it, which is the stack below it, right? It's basically scanning your infrastructure and giving you insights about your infrastructure performance and giving you all metrics in terms of costs and assets and how are you using it. This block diagram is kind of showing you guys what is NuVim responsible for, what is New Relic responsible for. New Relic is giving you application performance monitoring metrics. We are giving you infrastructure operational monitoring metrics. When they're combined together, you basically get the full stack visibility, which is a great thing. And then basically that is all through this feature, through this plugin being sent into New Relic. And on New Relic side, when you define this plugin, you can basically see all of NuVim inside of your New Relic environment, which is all great. But we were studying a little bit customer usage, and we saw that most of our customers are not using or fulfilling all of our potential in terms of our features. And this is basically here, it's marked called business groups. It's a key feature, it's a key capability inside of NuVim that is allowing you to segmentize your infrastructure and see only a portion of it. Basically, today, the way that you use your New Relic environment with NuVim, you're basically seeing your whole full infrastructure, while usually New Relic monitors only a specific application, which is only a portion of that environment. So here I will show you the exact example with my personal environment in New Relic. As you can see here, I have only one application that is being monitored. This application is only 2 servers and 4 EBSs behind the scenes. While when I go to the NuVim plugin here, right, so I can choose various accounts that I use in Amazon, right? Most of the customers are seeing their full account, which is here, right? NuVim production would be basically all of my resources, 26 servers, 100 and something EBSs, which kind of doesn't correlate. I'm seeing apples and oranges. So this feature of the business groups will allow you, yes? Okay, so this business grouping feature will allow you to segmentize and distill out only those resources that are representing that specific application. So I will go back to the NuVim application, right, and I will clear the group so you would be able to see how do we see the full infrastructure. Okay, this is my NuVim production account. As you can see, I can choose between the production, the development account, which I can also see inside of New Relic. And as you can see here, we are seeing 26 instances and 141 EBS volumes, which are costing $18,000. And then we have the whole insights part of the story, and I won't go deeper inside, but that kind of is the oranges, right? And I would like to see the apples. I would like to see my one specific application, my web app. So I have pre-built, and I will show you how to build these groups. It's really easy. But I have pre-built a group that is representing that specific application, right? So when I apply that group, as you can see in NuVim, The service is basically going to distill out or filter out only those specific resources that are representing that application, right? So we can see here we have 2 servers and 4 EBSs only, which are $760, and they have their own specific insights in terms of your utilization, security issues, and so on. So when I would go now to the New Relic environment, and I go to the Nuvem plugin inside of New Relic environment. This is, by the way, guys, this happens automatically. You don't have to do anything. After you build this group, this will basically be sent out automatically into New Relic. And now you can choose that specific group. And now you would basically see the apples and apples, right? You would see the Cloud Vitals, Activity Diagnostics, which is kind of the same thing that we are seeing inside of the full service. We would see it inside of New Relic, but we will see it in the same correlation regarding the application that I'm monitoring inside of New Relic. So I can see how many running instances that I have, how many attached EBS volumes do I have. I can go to Activity Diagnostics, which is my insights, right? I can go to the costs and assets, and I can see how much is that specific application costing me, rather than seeing the full stack or my full infrastructure, how much is it costing me? Because I don't know, but most of the people are not interested in seeing how much my whole production environment is costing me. It's costing me almost $19,000, but specific application costing me almost $1,000. And of course, here you can see also you can change in terms of the time series. You can change the time series and also the granularity of the data, right? That is being sent out on New Relic. And this is basically, in a nutshell, this is the feature, right? And this is what I wanted to guys to show you. So yeah, I would now like to address if you have any questions to ask in regards to this. Hello? Hello? Matt? I think you muted everybody. Okay. Now, if there's no questions, then I would maybe like to ask from our end. Matt, you muted everybody, man. I don't know how to unmute everybody, so who wants to speak, just unmute yourself. Oh, here we have Jason. Jason, any questions?
I'm new to the whole thing, but just to make sure I'm tracking right, so the NuVim module you would set up separately, and then once you set it up, say through NuVim's site, then when you're in New Relic, it just flows over. Is that the general concept?
Yep, exactly. It does take, it can take up to 24 hours till you see it in New Relic, but that's like by design, their API settings. But yeah, generally you would come to NuVim, you add your Amazon API keys. That's our mandatory, what we are asking, read-only Amazon API keys. We start reading your account. It takes around 24 hours to scan and populate the first batch of insights and like cost analysis. And then you need to go, I will show you here. You need to go to your account and you need to go to the AWS accounts. And here, you need to add your New Relic license key. New Relic license key you can find inside of New Relic. It's not an easy task. If you do have problems, you can contact me like offline and I will send you a tutorial how to do that. Okay?
Okay, sounds good.
But Jason, does this meet your like expectations? Like not only Jason, basically the whole forum. I would really like to hear from your end. Is this something that you were looking for when you were looking inside of NuVim, and in particular when you were looking inside of NuVim and New Relic plugin?
I didn't really have any expectations. I'm new to a company and new to New Relic, and someone showed me this webinar, so I'm in general just trying to get up learning the differences in the different modules and what they can do to monitor our AWS environment. So it's just informational for me at this point. I haven't really been given a task, and our environment's relatively new, so I'm still learning, basically. So I mean, at least I understand what it is, because going into this, I didn't even know what it was. So.
Okay, fair enough. What about you, Michael? I think we already spoke in the past. Michael Rice from DNB.
Yeah, I'm basically kind of in the same boat. I'm still trying to just kind of get a grasp of what I'm looking for. Okay. So I'm just trying to still get a grasp of what it is that my company's looking for and what we're trying to save on or what we're trying to consolidate or group and that kind of thing. So I think a better kind of maybe like a tutorial, maybe some kind of like YouTube video series or something where it kind of shows like this is what you can do, because your tools are, you have a massive tool set. There's a lot of stuff you can do here. Last time you showed me, there's a lot of things that I can do, and I think it'd be really helpful if there's maybe like a list or a playout or tutorial, something to kind of go through for us.
Okay, sounds great. This will be recorded and broadcasted afterwards in our YouTube channel, but I follow you, so we will create a short tutorial on how to basically work around the whole New Relic New Vim plugin. Guys, please more, and also feedbacks like and ideas. What do you think about the feature, and also what would you like to see this feature do? Yeah.
Well, I think more on a monitoring side, what we're trying to get set up is some flexibility and granularity with the actual alerting module, where we can, right now we haven't even figured out how to alert on a server reboot, and there are these metrics for certain thresholds that will alert on, but they seem pretty cookie cutter, and I think that might be more on the New Relic side, but that's something we're really we're trying to get out of New Relic in our initial setup.
Okay. So yeah, you can use, there's various services that you can use for that. But if you want to, again, I don't want to hold up everybody, but we can talk about that offline.
Sure.
I can recommend you few tools that you can use for that.
That'd be great.
More, we have more participants here. Please, guys, don't be shy. I want to hear all of you. Jason Kelly, Shreyas, Felix.
Hey, hi.
Hi.
This is Shreyas.
Hi,
Just thinking, after adding a group, what changes does it happen for the activity diagnostics and cloud baseline, other items on the left-hand side?
Mm-hmm.
So I have tested a group. I created a group right now just to test it. After adding a group, just in the cost and other things, does there any changes in the other items as well?
So it will change the whole NuVim service, all of it. So after you apply a group, everything will be recalculated from the Cloud Vitals page, like the first dashboard that you're seeing in terms of costs and assets. But also if you go to Activity Diagnostics, you will see all of the insights will be recalculated. Utilization heat map will be recalculated. Basically, the whole NuVim experience kind of changes and shows only for that specific environment, because now you're basically distilling out and you would like to see only a portion of it. You don't want to see the whole infrastructure. You want to see a specific application. That's kind of the idea, to filter out the resources. So
Right.
you can expect everything to change, like everything on the left side pane, all of the indicators, assets, costs, everything will change. The cloud baseline, if you go, you will see that everything changes. It will show you only the specific resources.
Okay, for an example, right now over here, if I go under the activity diagnostics, and inside that I have utilization,
Yeah.
right? So in the utilization, it's currently showing inside that 12 RI is recommended for purchase.
Yeah.
For an example. So I'm not getting it. What does 12 RIs need to be purchased right now? Because I have created with the load balancer,
Yeah.
it has only two machines behind it.
That's a great question, Shreyas. So reserved instances as a module, right, and as Amazon service, they are not applied in terms of filters. You're probably asking yourself why, because it would be, we believe in Nuvem, it will be wrong to do that because reserved instances are applied automatically based on your on-demand usage. It's a billing thing at the end of the month. If we would filter out and show you, let's say that specific group that you just now applied is 4 resources or 4 services or 4 instances, and we will tell you, okay, you can purchase 4 reserved instances of that specific type, but you have another, I don't know, 6 different on-demand instances with the same attributes that you can purchase. It would basically it would mistaken you. You would buy less reserved instances than needed. And also vice versa, if you would use only 4 instances out of your, I don't know, 10 existing ones, at the end of the month, you wouldn't be utilizing full potential of your workload because you bought workload. And again, it's a billing thing. It happens at the end of the month. Amazon, basically what it does, it checks how many on-demands did you have with the specific attributes, how many reserved instances did you have with the specific attributes, and it matches it. And if it matches, you get the discount, right? So by design, how Amazon does it, it would be mistaken. We would mistaken you to believe that you can purchase only 4 or 2 if you have 12 that you can purchase, like in your case. Does that answer your question?
Yes, I will go more with it and will check out more things and might get back with you if I have any questions or something like that.
Okay, great stuff.
Thank you.
Welcome. Anybody else? Felix? Felix, you didn't ask any questions, please. Okay. So if you don't have any more questions, then I would like to thank everybody for joining me here. Okay, Felix is saying no questions for me either. Okay, so guys, really thank you for participating. This video will be broadcasted into our YouTube channel, so you can see it. And also, we have a case study that we did with one of our customers that I think will be posted today, and I will see to send to all of you so you can read the case study of one of our customers that used the Nuvem New Relic plugin, and they specific use case and how they saved money using Amazon. So thank you, everybody. Thank you very much, and feel free to contact me on my personal email. I think you all of you have it. If not, I'm gonna write it down here inside of the chat. Feel free to ask me any questions you have, to schedule personal demos, anything. Thank you.